name of the lesson is The Beggar. And as we have just discussed, that there are some beggars who are beggars because they chose this thing for them, and there are another kind of beggars who become beggars because of circumstances. But now let me tell you, this beggar, who is protagonist of our story, whose name is Lushkov, right? Whose name is Lushkov, is a beggar who became beggar because he didn't want to do anything, right? So let's read about him. Did he change? What induced means what influenced the beggar Lushkov to change his ways? Now, in the story, you will see that this kind of beggars can also change their mind. So, we will find out what made him change himself. Now, in the beginning, we have dialogue spoken by Lushkov, and this is the regular dialogue which is spoken by, every beggar to ask for the money, to ask for the food. So, let's read it. Kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to a poor, hungry man. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. I haven't five kopecks for a lodging. I swear before God. Now, what does Lushkov say? He says that I am hungry for 3 days and please give me attention. I don't have any money for the lodging. Lodging means for the shelter. I don't have any money. Kopecks are, currency. It's currency. So he says that I don't have any money. I for the shelter. I swear it before the God, means God swear. I really don't have anything. Now further he adds, for 8 years I was a village school teacher, and then I lost my place through intrigues. Now he starts telling a kind of story that I am not a beggar from my birth. 8 years, for 8 years I was a village school teacher. I used to teach in a school which was there in the village, and then I lost my place, means I lost my job because of intrigues. Intrigues are, conspiracies. Some people over there planned a conspiracy against me, and I fell a victim to calumny, and I am sufferer. Victim means sufferer. I am sufferer of what? Calumny means blame or a kind of allegation which is put on somebody. So I fell a victim. Some people gather, planned a conspiracy against me. I fell into it, and I am sufferer of some false blame. Calumny means false blame. It is a year now since I have had nothing to do. For 1 year, I had nothing to do, and now I am here. Now, from whom he is asking for the money, that person is an advocate. The advocate, Sergei, looked at the ragged. Ragged means the clothes which are like rags, fawn colored. Fawn is like beige color, which is of a kind of almonds color, dried almond. So he was wearing, he Sergei started looking at the person who was the beggar, who is Lushkov. And what Lushkov is looking like, he is ragged. He is wearing an overcoat which is of fawn color of the suppliant, at his dull drunken eyes, and his eyes are drunken. Why they are called drunken? And maybe he had consumed alcohol. At the red spot on either cheek, on one of his cheek he has red spot, and it seemed to him as if he had seen this man somewhere before. Now Sergei advocate thinks that maybe he has seen this person, this beggar, somewhere else also, because his face is familiar. And in this paragraph, all the features of that person are described. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. Now he says, Lushkov is saying here, Lushkov is saying that Lashkov is saying that I have been given a kind of job in the province of Kaluga, means it's the name of place, right? So I have got a job. And the mendicant is again the person who is begging, beggar. Now, mendicant continues that I have been offered a job, fine, and I am ashamed to help me kindly. So please help me. I am ashamed to ask. I am obliged by circumstances because I haven't the money to get there. Now, what is there? I have been offered a job, but I have no money for the fare for which I can pay for bus or any other conveyance. So I am unable to reach at the place where I have been offered a job, right? Actually, suppliant means that somebody who is trying to show, who is requesting. Just now, Karthik asked me that what is the meaning of suppliant, which was here. Let me show you in this paragraph. Overcoat of the suppliant. Suppliant means a person who pleads, means a person who is requesting. And who is requesting here? The beggar is requesting here. So now he said that I have to go to some other place and I don't have money. And I am really ashamed of asking for money, but I don't have any other way. So I am obliged to by circumstances and I have to ask you for money because I don't have money. Circumstances are not in my favor. So he says that this is the reason why I am asking money. Reason is that I have got a job and I don't have money. So I am obliged to by circumstances means this favor of extreme shame, shame is given to me by the circumstances. See, I am a sufferer. I am a victim. Sergei's eyes fell on the and when just notice one thing, when Lashkov is making the stories and asking for the money, Sergei is doing one thing only. Sergei, who is advocate, he's just doing one thing. He is just looking at the man from tip to toe. And then finally his eyes fell on the man's overshoes, means the shoes which Lashkov was wearing. And what did he notice? One of which was high and other was low. Just imagine the boots, right? A person who is wearing boots, one is high and one is low. So if you will see such person after many days, you will be able to recognize. So Sergei also recognized one boot high, one other one is a low one, and he suddenly remembered something. Now Sergei remembered something. What is this? That, yes, I have seen this person before. Now he said, look here, it seems to me I met you the day before yesterday in Sadovia Street. He said, but you told me then that you were a student who had been expelled and not a village school teacher. Do you remember that? Now what happened? Now Sergei has finally remembered that where he has seen this beggar before. He had met this beggar before in other street when this person, Lashkov, told him that he was a student who has been expelled. Expelled means removed, who has been removed from the school or college. So he says that you are the same person who met me day before yesterday and told me that you need money because you had been expelled from a school, and you didn't tell me that you are a school teacher. You told me that you were a student. Do you remember? Now Lashkov is caught. And he said, no, no, that can't be so. Mumbled means speaking in low voice. Mumbled the beggar, taken aback. Taken aback means shocked. He's totally shocked. He's totally surprised that how this person came to recognize me. I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Have done with lying means, are you done with your lies? Are you done with the things which you are speaking, which are not truth? Now you are speaking lies. You called yourself a student and even told me what you had been expelled for. You didn't only tell me that you were a student, you also told me the reason why you were removed from the college or school. Don't you remember? Sergei flushed. Now Sergei is red with anger. Flushed means his face got red and turned from ragged creature with an expression of disgust. Now he moved away from that ragged creature, means the person who was wearing rags, who was wearing worn out clothes, and he wanted to stay away from this person. And there was an expression of disgust. Expression of disgust. Disgust means hatred. He showed hatred to this beggar because he was very disturbed by the lies which were spoken by Lushkov. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. I shall send the police for you, damn you. Now Sergei is very angry. As we read earlier, that his face got red due to that anger. Now he said that you you know what I can do to you? I can call the police, call the cops, because you are doing swindling. Swindling means fraud, means cheating. This is cheating which you are doing, and I can call police for you, damn you. Sir, he said, laying his hand on his heart. He put his hand on his heart and said, who is this? Lushkov. And said, the fact is, I was lying. Now he accepted this, that yes, I was lying. I was not saying truth. I am neither a teacher nor neither a student nor a school teacher. All that was fiction. Fiction means imaginary story. All that was, whatever I told was an imagination, means a story. It was not a truth. And formerly means earlier, I used to sing in the Russian choir, means I was a singer in a singing group of Russia. Choir means a group who sings together. So I was in the group of Russian people and I used to sing and was sent away for drunkenness. And I was expelled from there. I was removed from there because I used to consume alcohol. I used to drink a lot. But what else can I do? But now tell me, what can I do? I can't get along without lying. Means it's my helplessness because I have to lie, because nobody will give me work if I will say that I am in the habit of drinking. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do? Now, what should I do when nobody is ready to give me any work? So, I am unable to get any work. So, what can I do? No, Sergei says, what can you do? You ask what you can do, cried Sergei, coming close to him. Work. What you can do? You can do work. That's what you can do. You must work. Now, Leshkov is actually, you can say, is scared also. Why he's scared at this point of time? Because he thinks that if I will not agree with Sergei, then he will hand me over to the cops. So he said, work? Yes, I know that myself. But where can I find work? Means I know that I should work, but from where should I go to get the work? How would you like to chop wood for me? Now Sergei offered him a job and he said that, would you like to cut wood for me? I wouldn't refuse to do that. But in these days, when even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread, means of course I am ready to do this work for you to earn money. But these days, even skilled means who are efficient, who are good at their work, who the woodcutters who are very good at the work of wood cutting, even they are sitting at home, they are without work. Who would give me work? No, Sergei repeated his offer, and he said, will you come and chop wood for me? Yes, sir, I will. Very well, we'll soon find out. Now, let's go for the work. Sergei hastened along. Hasten means moving quickly, moving very fast. and he was rubbing his hands. He called his cook out of the kitchen. Now he called cook, who is Olga, and said, "Here, Olga, take this gentleman into the woodshed," means where all the wood is kept. "Let him chop wood, and please tell him that where he has to cut the wood." The scarecrow of a beggar shrugged his shoulders as if in perplexity and went irresolutely after the cook. Now, what happened? This thing was not at all, wished by Lashkov. He didn't want to do any work. But now, as he was scared, because Sergei threatened that he could call the police. So Lashkov had to agree with everything what Sergei was saying. So he said that, okay, I will work for you. But when they reached, when they call out, cook, and Sergei ordered Olga to let this man cut the wood. Then scarecrow. Why the scarecrow? I think everybody knows what is the meaning of scarecrow. It's a kind of structure which is kept in the fields to scare away all the creatures which are not required in the fields. This work is done by farmers. They set a scarecrow, and it looks, why it is scarecrow, because it's for scaring. So beggar is looking like a scarecrow. Shrugged his shoulder means he shook, shaking his shoulder actually. He shook his shoulders as if he didn't care for anything. As if in perplexity means now he is confused. Perplexity means confusion. He is confused that what is happening with me. I was happy in my life. I was getting money without doing any work, and now I am stuck. And went irresolutely means without any desire. He was not desiring, he was not wishing this to be done. So he went without any desire behind the cook. And it was obvious from his gait, means his body language. It was clear from his body language that he what was clear from his walking gait hota hai, like the movement of a person, like walking or stepping, means the style, with the style with which he was walking, it clearly showed that he didn't give any consent to go and chop wood, but because he was hungry and wanted work, but simply from pride and shame, because he had been trapped by his own words. It was clear from his walking manner that he was not happy to go there. He was just going because he was caught in his words, and he has actually said himself that yes, he wanted work, and that's why he was forced to go there, just to save his pride, just to save his words, whatever he had said.